still in the middle of premiering. In before people say that I pre-watched it, we got the brand new death battle of Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor from Doctor Who. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited. I am a huge fan of Rick from Rick and Morty. I think Rick and Morty is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I am excited to say that I have done some analysis here, and I honestly think the Doctor's gonna win for sure. The Doctor's gonna win. Like, dude, Rick has incredible stuff, but the fact that Rick takes place in his little pocket dimension, I really feel like it's all about Rick, that the Doctor's gonna end up winning. Man defeats Eldritchian entities, and even though I want Rick to win, I think it's likely that the Doctor will.
Everything about Morty Smith's life was perfectly average. Average house, average family,
what an average guy.
School.
Maybe slightly below average intelligence.
But everything changed the day his grandpa Rick came home.
Yeah!
Dude, I'm excited for Rick to start fourth wall breaking and talking to them. It's gonna be awesome.
In style! Because Rick Sanchez is anything but average.
I love Rick so much. He's such a well-written character. Like, mind-blowingly well-written character. And also, I know what they're gonna do about this smartest man in the universe. They are very, very much gonna focus on how he's only the smartest man in his confined multiverse, right? Because of the central finite curve in the lore of Rick and Morty, he quadranted himself off in a multiverse where he is the smartest man. So Doctor Who might not exist in that multiverse, so it is possible that Doctor Who will be able to do things that Rick can't. So I think that's cool.
Rick is easily
Dislikes pirates. By the way, that's hilarious. Why Evil Morty wears an eye patch? Just fun little lore gimmick.
the smartest man in the universe. And
Dude, imagine being the smartest man in the universe and being 6'6". I feel like that's just hacks.
most dangerous criminal. He spent years on the run from the Galactic Federation, going on adventures across the multiverse.
Who cares about the emotional trauma from abandoning his daughter, right? And then he took her son and—
Abandoning his daughter? Did you not watch the show? Wait, what? Oh my god. The biggest lore drop in all of Rick and Morty is that he didn't abandon his daughter. It's that Rick Prime, Rick from another dimension, showed up and murdered his daughter. Oh god, they're going with episode 1 lore. That is not a good start. But anyway.
And life-threatening danger. Bye!
Thus formed the greatest duo of the generation, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, mostly Rick.
Best duo of the generation. Yo! What? Okay.
Morty's the
before Twitter calls me horny for pausing it there, and when Twitter does do that, they're right.
cannon fodder who smuggles grapefruit-sized seeds up his ass. And that's—
Oh my god, they keep referencing episode 1. They keep referencing episode 1. This is such a bad sign. Well, I hope whoever wrote this death battle analysis for them actually watched Rick and Morty, because they didn't.
just the first episode.
Rick is an unparalleled inventor, always ready to face even the squanchiest of alien foes.
He's got your usuals. Laser gun, invisibility belt, shrink ray, cyborg implants, the works.
As well as
Okay, dude, these are literally his least interesting weapons in his arsenal. Are you gonna talk about how in season— Okay, dude, you know what? I'm gonna actually pull it up. I'm gonna pull up the clip. I'm gonna pull out the receipts. You wanna see a weapon that Rick has that could actually beat the Doctor?
Son, you have a right to refuse his order, and I guarantee you're gonna die if you touch me, and there's no afterlife. Everything just goes black. Don't do it.
Oh, Rick! Okay, what was that?
Death.
What kind?
Instant.
There was no sound, he just died.
Yeah, terrifying.
Man can inflict instant death upon his foes. Doctor can regenerate, that is true. However, can Doctor regenerate against death? I don't know.
some weirder things, like a Mr. Meeseeks box, which can summon an infinite number of irritating temporary
Everyone's
life
saying
forms.
yes in chat. Dude, this is why I'm saying that I genuinely think the Doctor will win. I'm just saying, listen, just because I think the Doctor should win, and I like Rick better, it doesn't mean I want to sit here watching you lowball Rick as, oh, Rick is good weapons like a laser gun.
Forms that will work tirelessly to accomplish a given task.
Or a series of android decoys that are so perfectly created, they don't even realize they're decoys.
Dude, I love that
Which
episode.
leads them to create decoys that create decoys
Okay,
and
yeah, you did not need to go through that, but yes, that's awesome.
so on.
Rick's gadgets can erase your memories, manipulate and travel through time, and even make a surface true level. As in,
No, dude. I'm just waiting for the actual death battle animation where the Doctor walks on something true level and it gives him vertigo.
perfectly flat, something normally mathematically impossible. So beautiful that experiencing it for only a moment before returning to non-Euclidean space can emotionally scar you for life.
Oh
He
my
can even
God. I love that episode so much. Dude, this death battle's gonna be so fire. I don't know how they're gonna animate this, but it's gonna be incredible.
inject you with his own genetic info and instantly chest burst a clone of himself from inside you, like
awesome.
a pasty alcoholic xenomorph.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Rick and Morty travel the universe
Alcoholic xenomorphs. That's what I'm watching. That is what I'm here.
in
Do
the
they know what non-Euclidean means? Probably not.
Space Cruiser. Powered by a microverse under the hood, this compact starship comes equipped with laser cannons, a fishing line that can tow a solar system,
Yeah.
and a unique artificial intelligence.
With all that crazy sci-fi gear, Rick and Morty's adventures were absolutely bonkers.
From
True. If he preps for the Doctor Who fight, I think he would win, because he would know what he's going up against and he would find a way. But if he doesn't prep, this is the Batman versus Superman prep time conundrum.
disentangling a time loop created by alien snakes, to battling the meta-fictional story lord, to Rick turning himself into a pickle to avoid family therapy.
This guy would rather battle the Russian mafia as
So
a vegetable than address his
So
feelings.
based.
Actually, pickle's a fruit.
Because boy oh boy, does he have a lot of them.
Behind the fart jokes and wubba-lubba-dub-dubs, Rick harbors bitter emotional agony.
True. Just random character analysis of Rick on the
Back
way.
when, in a completely different universe, the Rick we know had a happy life until another Rick from another universe took it all away, the bastard.
But like me, Rick is a true inventor, and this tragedy spurred
Okay, dude. All right, dude. Yeah, okay, bro. Listen, like me, Jerry understands he is embarrassing. We are not the same.
him to craft his greatest creation, the portal gun.
My scans indicate it creates holes through all aspects of space-time,
Damn,
allowing Rick to travel anywhere in the multiverse. It sounds exhausting.
It can do more than that. It can slice you in half, set up traps, and even...
That's coming out of your paycheck.
Nuh-uh.
Decades of traveling the multiverse,
Bro, that's okay. Great meme, great meme.
hunting down the man who ruined his life, darkened Rick's heart. He began to ask himself, if there are an infinite number of universes with an infinite number of each person, how did any individual life matter?
Sounds like he's overthinking it.
Like the time he accidentally turned all of humanity into horrific Cronenbergs.
Yeah, as easy as
He
that.
and
Wait
Morty-
a second. Can't Rick just okay, hear me out. Rick will just get Mr. Frundles and put Mr. Frundles in Doctor Who's reality. As far as we know, I don't think Doctor Who could jump dimensions, can he?
I'm Mr.
And eventually, everything in the universe becomes Mr. Frundles. So I'm just saying, he could just portal Mr. Frundles in from his room. Like, literally. It's in his room in a cage. He could just portal into Mr. Frundles and let Mr. Frundles take care of the entire reality of the Doctor while he zips away somewhere else. I'm just saying.
Morty had to escape to a parallel universe where they swap places with recently deceased versions of themselves. What does that do to a person?
Makes him badass. When Rick found the Interdimensional Council of Ricks, he kicked their teeth in.
Damn.
Like they say, he's the Rickest Rick of
He
them
is.
all.
He's just so
That he is. Just touching the hem of his coat can activate his energy shield or even induce
I cannot believe they're mentioning the instant death. I can't believe. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that they're mentioning this.
instant death. Yes, instant. No, it isn't explained why.
Awesome.
Though considering this reaction, it's likely a chemical released through the coat's lining.
Rickest Rick whiz. He's dodged an orbital space laser from just a few feet away.
They're gonna use him dodging a space laser as a speed feat to say he's as fast as Superman. Oh my god. Okay, they're not lowballing Rick.
So smart, he figured out he's in a TV show. Yep, really.
Perhaps most mysterious is Operation Phoenix, a series of clone bodies that his
really
consciousness can be
mysterious.
uploaded to upon his death. Despite eventually taking it offline, his mind is still connected to every other Operation Phoenix across the multiverse.
Giving him an infinite number of extra lives, even if some of them are shrimps and fascists.
Some of his devices can destroy the
Listen,
Earth.
Fascist shrimps, whatever. Oh yeah, dude, the heist episode where he developed a machine that heists planets.
The universe, even numerous alternate timelines. He actually did that just to manipulate the stock market.
Though underneath the
so
drunken
based. So based. Man did it for an extra $1.
God complex, there's still a glimmer of the family man Rick used to be.
Well, as much as he insists that love is just a chemical reaction in the brain,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
does
yeah.
care about his daughter and grandkids. and
I'm just
Jerry.
afraid they're gonna do some time stuff, and he's just gonna go back in time to before Rick invented anything and kill him. Again, I don't see how someone who could freely manipulate time can lose.
Sometimes.
He's taken on an alien Zeus, the president of the United States, and the actual devil, even exiting the bounds of fiction into meta-reality, fighting Jesus H. Leaping Christ himself, and meeting Joseph Campbell. Talk about a hero's journey.
God damn.
Challenge Rick at your will. He might look like a scrawny, drunken septuagenarian, and he is, but he's also somehow the greatest warrior in the universe.
And you can lick his balls.
Great way to end that segment, honestly.
Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright were just your average
I'm gonna have a little less commentary for this segment, just simply because I don't know Doctor Who lore as well as Rick's, and also I expect him to win.
with a less than average student. Susan was odd, almost like an alien. And when they met her grandfather and his police box, they found out why.
They were aliens, and that police box was the TARDIS, a 2-in-1 spaceship and time machine.
Thus, they were whisked away into the stars, kicking off over half a century of timey-wimey adventures with a revolving cast of companions, like Sarah Jane Smith, Rose Tyler, the Brigadier, Amy Pond, and so many more.
Complete with the cheesiest special effects
damn.
you've ever seen.
Listen, this show's been going on for how long now? How many seasons does Doctor Who do have? 30?
Bad man with a box had a name he would never tell and a history he would always run from. He was only known as the Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Exactly.
Doctor exactly?
Oh my god, dude, there's no way they're playing the Who's on First gag.
Doctor's origins are shrouded in mystery. We know they were born several thousand years ago and earned degrees in cosmic science and higher dimensional physics.
But he got bored with the stuffy Time Lord bureaucrats, stole a TARDIS, and explored time and space as a runaway. Who can forget those adventures chasing dinosaurs on a spaceship, dueling Robin Hood with a spoon, or shoving Hitler in a closet?
Yeah, we know it's kind of weird.
Listen, if I could shove Hitler in a closet, I would too.
It's British.
But if you don't know
Doctor Who cares, am I right, gang? Rick gang for life.
who, you're probably wondering, who are all these people? A bunch of old guys, young guys, a lady, and one of the Three Stooges. What?
There's a woman in there. Oh man, that's gonna be rough.
The Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. Time Lords may look human, but couldn't be more different. Not only do they have two hearts, they literally experience time differently. They can see past, present, and future all at once. They can resist temporal phenomena such as time stops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This man, he won't. Oh god, just look at this. He's not gonna lose.
And can tamper with fixed points in time. They're effectively acausal beings.
This makes them super hard to predict and nearly impossible to erase from any timeline. They can even breach the
So they're gonna use this to get out of the Omega weapon.
bounds of space and talk directly to you. Yes, you at home.
Oh my god, they can break the fourth wall.
Hello there.
Time Lords are practically walking Deus Ex Machinas. In fact, a lot of them would be proud to be called that.
Yeah, the Doc ran away for a reason. Time Lords are a bit dodgy.
The Doctor has hypnotized
Time
with a
Lords are so
glance,
cringe.
resisted mind
Cringe. Imagine being a Time Lord. God damn.
control, survived deadly radiation, and even learned transmigration. As in, the ability to summon an object out of thin air. Sounds crazy, but it's apparently standard fare for Time Lord Academy.
I mean, I guess that's pretty equivalent to Portal Gun pulling random stuff out of different dimensions, right?
The reason why there are so many doctors is that Time Lords have a funny way of cheating death.
Upon receiving a fatal wound, the Doctor undergoes regeneration, gaining a new, healthy body.
It's way more.
That's the issue here. Man just won't ever lose. Dude, I can't think of a way Rick will actually win it with finality to it. Can he seal him in some sort of Gojo box? Like, I don't actually see him winning, you know?
More than that, while reloading, the Doctor has regrown lost limbs, become strong enough to knock down steel doors, and even weaponized his own time energy.
Downside being, if a Time Lord dies during regeneration, that ends the process permanently.
To date, we've seen 14 versions of the Doctor, plus a few extras
Dude, I'm just saying, if Rick could turn him into a pickle, everything would be different.
mixed in here and there. Hell, by the time you're watching this, you've probably seen the 15th. or the 16th.
The experiences each Doctor gains changes and affects the next Doctor, and the next, and so on. Each Doctor maintains the same memories, but with an all-new personality.
Some like bow ties, some like jelly babies, some
Yep, character analysis. That's what I need. You gotta kill him 12 times. I don't think killing him 12 times works. I don't think there's any amount of times you could actually kill this guy that it would be final. It's just infinite. He is above Rick's pay grade, and I just don't see how he could win, even though I definitely want him to.
Some kick butt with Venusian karate, and some really hate the monarchy, probably cause they're werewolves.
Damn.
But they always have one thing in common.
They are British!
Well, one
Massive L. Rick takes this easy. Come on, Rick. You're not gonna lose to a British person, please. Please, Rick, for the love of God. Rick, please. You're not gonna let a British man beat you. Right. You're not gonna lose to a British.
other thing in common. The Doctor always enjoys the thrill of adventure, and they've got plenty of tech to help, like the sonic screwdriver. Utilizing sonic waves to manipulate nearby objects, it can pick locks, cause detonations, and fry circuitry.
It's the
It's
most
sort of
cringe magic wand in history, but it works.
a Swiss Army plot device that can hack its way through most problems. The perfect pacifist tool for resolving conflict.
It's a pacifist tool. You see, it can simply hack brain. It's psychic paper. Yes, obviously.
Its only weakness is that it doesn't do wood or turkey, though considering it can destroy machines, disrupt molecules, and even erase memories.
How is Rick gonna beat that? Rick is really gonna beat some guy with a magic wand that defeats technology? Like, oh my God.
I'll take it.
The Doctor doesn't often carry weapons. There's an invisibility watch, a time travel ring, psychic paper that tricks basically everyone, and perception filters that prevents others from noticing certain things, even
Dude.
people.
But the Doc does reluctantly have a few weapons stored away, like the dematerialization gun.
It might look slapped together with Hobby Lobby pipes, but the DMAT can literally erase you from time. As it
Yeah, Rick is not winning. Erase from time? Yeah, that beats Operation Phoenix. Dude, God damn it. There's no good counter to this. I've said it from the beginning. I want Rick to win. I like him better. Rick's one of my favorite characters ever. This is a one-sided massacre, honestly. I don't see this not being just brutally one-sided.
it causes you to have never existed in the first place.
But if you never existed, then the gun would have never needed to fire, which means you weren't wiped from existence,
True.
which means the gun would need to fire, which means...
Did you say something? That's not
Who
the
knows?
only time erasing
Yeah,
tool.
but the point is, it exists from the perspective of the Doctor. It exists, it's the what's it called, the time paradox, whatever. But the point is, it exists from the perspective of a time god. It just doesn't exist from the perspective of someone living within time.
Tool in the Doctor's box. But we gotta talk about, the box. Shabby blue police box on the outside. Incredible time machine that's bigger on the inside. This is the TARDIS.
The time and relative dimension in space is a sentient ship
Yeah.
that travels space and
They
time
both have sentient ships. That's cute. That's cute.
with ease. It's strong enough to tow planets, powerful enough to stop antimatter from destroying the universe, and tough enough to tank lightning from Zeus. Yes, the god Zeus.
Oh.
It can even adjust its
Oh.
interior to an infinite degree,
Nice.
both in terms of space and time.
So, if the TARDIS doesn't like you, you might get lost inside it forever. Don't piss off the TARDIS.
God damn, it's just a Millennium Puzzle, except it's also time travel.
Or any of the Doctor's enemies. Some of the universe's deadliest monsters, Cybermen, Zygons, Weeping Angels.
And the Slitheen, the big chunky aliens that took over 10 Downing Street.
God damn, Sligeen Rule 34 probably goes crazy. At this point, I just say it for the people on Twitter.
And couldn't stop farting.
Even when the Doctor prefers not to resort to fisticuffs, he's tough enough to survive bolts of lightning that vaporize an ordinary human.
Bruh.
He's even dodged half a dozen disintegration rays, while also improvising several thousand calculations in a matter of nanoseconds.
Yeah, the Doctor's super.
Yeah, that speed feat way beats Rick dodging lasers from a satellite. And even that was obviously... I said earlier that Homelander versus Omni-Man might be the least fair fight in the history of Death Battle, but I think this is easily... This might be the biggest stomp in Death Battle history. This is a one-sided massacre. This is not even close.
Super smart. So smart, his brain once powered a 1,000-year-old supercomputer.
The Doctor's
I wonder if he's gonna talk about, so the craziest feat that I saw for Doctor Who personally was there's this Eldritchian horror that eats people's fears, and based on the people's fears that it consumes, it gets bigger and bigger. Once it becomes so large to the point that it could swallow up entire galaxies, it meets Doctor Who and tries to eat Doctor Who's fears. But Doctor Who has seen so much crazy, insane stuff through his lifetime, his 4.5 billion years, all the fears that Doctor Who has seen and survived defeated the Eldritchian horror. It got scared and literally died from fright.
Witted cosmic entities like the Great Intelligence, the Time Lord Nemesis, the Master, and apparently the original Satan, who isn't even the most frightening alien in the multiverse, because that would be the Daleks.
All right, bear with me here. They may look like trash cans with plungers, can exterminate anything that gets in their way, even all of space and time, like when they battled the Time Lords to extinction in the last Great Time War.
A war that showed a darker side to the Doctor, thrust into a conflict
In a time war, they end time. They exterminate people through. Okay, dude. Rick would make the Daleks his bitch. Yes.
that put all of reality at risk. The Doctor became a warrior.
I'm trying to think of out-of-the-box ways that random things in Rick's world can actually beat the Doctor, because he's an immortal, constantly regenerating, forever living being that's above time. Could Unity take him over? I don't know, man.
Soldier. A killer.
A side of him that had always been there, hiding just under that cheeky grin.
Finally, in a single moment, the Doctor pressed a big red button to end the war and all of Gallifrey once and for all.
As much as the Doctor cares for life above all things, so genociding his own people was the worst thing that could possibly happen.
As the last of the Time Lords, the Doctor proved to be the most dangerous person in the universe. Isolation threatened to turn him into the very type of Time Lord he despised,
The very thing
a
he sought
master
to
who
destroy.
controls the laws of time, the Time Lord victorious.
And God help your immortal soul if you piss him off, if he's desperate, or if you threaten his friends.
Oh god, they have in his lore that he genocided his own people. So that just goes to show that push comes to shove, he will do anything. You can't appeal to pacifism for him to lose.
You won't be prepared for how far he'll go, like trapping you in every mirror in existence, imprisoning you in the event horizon of a collapsing galaxy,
What?
or suspending you in time to be used as a scarecrow.
Fortunately, Gallifrey wasn't destroyed. It turns out the Doctor, all of the Doctors, saved the Time Lords, but just forgot about it until time could catch up to them. It's complicated.
Whatever that
Still,
means.
even their biggest L turned out to be a dub in disguise. That's how you know you're fantastic.
But a Doctor's job is never finished. Without witness, without
Okay, but in Rick's defense, the Doctor's British, so...
reward, you'll never know when they'll show up to save the day. But if you happen to be up against the Doctor, there's really only one thing you can do. Run.
Damn, yeah,
This
this is gonna be brutal. Anyway, we're skipping the BetterHelp ad because I don't support BetterHelp. I think they're cringe, honestly, so we're gonna skip that.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run
Really,
the
you're
data
gonna use Fortnite dancing, Rick?
through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's see it. Moment of truth.
Oh, jeez, Rick. It was my fault.
I'm so happy it's not pixelized.
Fuck up, Morty! I knew Time Lords were suicidal morons, but I didn't know they never invented rearview mirrors!
Are you sick? You're the one who hit me. Oh, go on, I'm busy.
Son of a bitch, he's ignoring me?
Okay, dude. Oh, no. No, this is how it starts. Oh, God, he's so dead.
Holy, it was ship! Keep Morty safe!
What are you... Uh-oh!
What is even happening? This is a whole... This feels like an actual Adventure Time episode.
No! Oh, what did they do to you?
Bro, how did this hook even... Okay, listen, I hate to be doing this, but this hook should not have been able to stick into this thing, because this thing is indestructible. I'm just saying. Okay, great reference. Great reference. They accidentally go to the planet with the screaming sun. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. This is gonna be such a trippy fight. I literally don't want to even play it because I'm so just excited for what happens.
Right, fine. Queensbury rules? A bit of Venusian karate?
Keep clipping, asshole!
Hey, it's our boy.
Maybe you'll find a good joke on the ground next to your teeth.
Damn, okay. All right, dude. Rick's edgier than that. Come on, bro. You could have given him some better lines. You could have hit him with some better lines.
On guard!
Dude, What a bitch. Dude, it looks so good. I also, with a spoon.
Oh, this place looks fun. Do they have a little shop? I like little shops.
Damn. And the Doctor is known, right, for a pacifist, right? He is a royal pacifist. So I don't see there being a universe where Rick, who's not actually posing a threat to other people, would actually enrage the Doctor enough to kill him. But that's really getting into the character aspect of it. Also, I love that all the places that they're going, all these different dimensions, are different locales in Rick and Morty. Like, he could just shut off technology with his magic wand. Oh, it hurts so much. I'm sorry, I'm just dying here, because while I want Rick to win so badly, I know that his death is inevitable.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay.
Well, blink as much as you can. They're scared of rapid movement.
Okay, alright, okay. So they can also teleport to dimensions in Doctor Who land. Alright, interesting. But if they're within places that the portal... Okay, listen, I'm sorry I'm getting all nerdy. But if they can actually go to the Weeping Angels, then that means, by definition, the Doctor's universe is within Rick's central finite curve. Which also means that Rick should be able to outsmart him. I'm just saying, just trying to calculate here.
Motherfucker.
What?
It's just a whole bunch of Ricks going... Dude, I love that they're not taking this fight too seriously.
What?
My balls,
Kick that Brit skinny little British ass. Teach him a lesson.
Oh, you brilliant old girl. Switching rooms around. Fantastic.
All right, nice. So that was inevitable. They definitely had to play that whole Millennium Puzzle gimmick for sure. Uh-oh. No, don't. He won't use it yet. He's Oh, right, because they showed that you could attach the portal stuff to people, like in the episode with Morty's hand. All right. Wait a sec. I'm thinking out of the box here, but okay, listen, hear me out. I know this is mid-fight. Something I did not consider could actually happen. It's possible that Rick can use Doctor Who's gun to destroy him. I'm just trying to think of a way that Rick could win. Because technically this is still all within the confines of the circle of Rick's dimension, right? If Rick could transport and meet Doctor Who, then this is all within the central finite curve. If this is within the central finite curve, then Rick should have infinite knowledge of all the Time Lords and their weaknesses.
It's fun to be the class clown till you get shot.
Yeah, that wasn't great voice acting, but okay.
Now hurry up, I got a grandson waiting on me. He won't die an idiot like you.
I know your type.
I feel like you could have definitely done a better Rick voice.
The nihilists know it all. But through all this wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey rubbish, there's one thing you never quite understood. I'm the Doctor, and I don't want to go.
Well, we all knew this was happening. Right, because he can use clones to pop out of, but it'll just regenerate infinitely. Wait, he got the gun. Oh, are you kidding me? That's just cringe, bro. Oh, you could have made the Doctor win. I would have not been upset. But to win because Rick misfired? Ain't no way. I mean, he could see the future, I guess, so maybe. Yeah, well, there's the win condition.
Quite an impressive craft, Morty. You built it yourself?
I guess so.
Then you...
Right, because Rick is erased from memory. That is such a cringe way to... Oh my god, bro. Ain't no way. Okay, listen, I do think the Doctor should win. I was just trying to think for play to Rick's outs because I wanted Rick to win. But I feel like that is such a not appropriate way for this to end. But then again, he can see the future. Anyway, I'll just sit here coping forever while I was actually correct. And this was an absolutely one-sided massacre. Probably the least fair fight in Death Battle history.
The future ahead. Don't be a cynic.
God damn it, he lost to a British person. I'm just so angry.
Morty, if you forget me, I'll haunt your ass.
Ah, who the fuck are you?
KO! Live by the portal, die by the portal.
All right.
Let's break this down. First off, Rick and the Doctor could both dodge lasers, making them pretty even, so neither could reliably win a quick draw.
Also, neither have shown any consistent signs of strength all that different from an above average.
And they made him a pacifist. He just used he dodged the laser to kill Rick. He didn't actually need to get all upset at Rick, so he was still able to be a pacifist. All right, I see the way they had to do it.
Human.
The Doctor could get a superhuman strength boost during regeneration, but that is fairly incidental. So as far as physical ability is concerned, neither had a significant edge.
But when it comes to weapons, Rick had way more deadly killing machines. A lot
Not
of
that
which
it matters, because he's against an immortal.
could wipe out whole planets, galaxies, and more. If he could get the jump on the Doctor, he'd have a good chance of winning.
Of course, their similar speeds meant he probably wasn't getting that opportunity. There's no denying his firepower was superior overall, but that still had to contend with the Doctor's technology.
Yeah, despite all of Rick's crazy inventions, most of which
Yeah,
could
the Doctor's literal magic wand could turn it all off.
kill a normal person instantly, the Doctor matched or countered pretty much all of it.
Being a Time Lord meant he could resist any time-warping trickery Rick threw at him, and the sonic screwdriver could hack and even destroy nearly everything Rick had.
Yeah,
The Sonic has...
I mean, I figured that was very obvious. Again, this is the most one-sided fight in the world. Magic science will always win. The fight was awesome. They did such a good job. I love the gimmicks that they did about all the different universes. The conclusion, while I do think the Doctor should have won, it was just, it left me feeling empty watching Rick lose that way.
even disabled teleportation and time travel technology before, making it more than capable of hijacking Rick's portal gun, which has been hacked in the past.
With that gun, Rick was kind of a sitting duck.
Operation Phoenix makes killing Rick permanently almost impossible.
Unless you have a literal weapon that can erase people from time. Well, yeah.
But the Doctor's reality-altering tech like the DMAT meant there would be no Rick left to upload to a new body at all, effectively ending the fight in a single shot. And that was hardly the only reality-warping super weapon the Doctor had access to. The Doctor's technology...
Again, as I've been saying, this is easily the most one-sided death battle I've ever seen in my life.
Presented
so
a clear advantage.
Now let's talk
Rick, you lost to a British man.
ships. This one's pretty clear-cut. The space cruiser was a deadly machine that towed a solar system, but the TARDIS single-handedly held off a universe-destroying event.
Well,
that's an edge for the Doctor.
Yeah.
But perhaps most important of all was their experience and intelligence.
Rick mastered space and time to the point of becoming a veritable god. But you could say the same for the Doctor, who is
100%.
way older. It's kind of like the Doctor has...
Forget experience. I love how they call him a doctor instead of time god wizard. The Doctor knows the past and the future. No matter how smart you are, you don't know the future 100%.
been for many times longer than Rick himself.
And when push comes to shove, the Doctor is just as experienced of a warrior as Rick ever was, if not more so.
11 spent 900 years battling Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, and more on Trenzalore and came out on top.
And don't forget how quickly the Doctor can formulate, calculate, and initiate plans.
Yeah.
Like when he dodged half a dozen rays and improvised thousands of calculations in...
This is like more destructive weaponry. I mean, the guy literally has a button that could blow up a reality, so I don't know about that. Potential immortality versus Operation Phoenix? I mean, unless the guy literally has a gun that could erase you from existence. Yeah.
to siphon the ray's energy into a teleporter, all in a matter of nanoseconds.
Rick usually relies on being the smartest guy in the room. When he's forced to battle people at his own level, he's often outsmarted, like with the Prime Rick or, gasp, a Morty.
Rick was a formidable genius, but the Doctor's...
I mean, again, I don't think it's Rick's arrogance that'll make him lose. I think it's just he's going up against an actual god here. Like, listen, I appreciate the Dr. Jerkoff session as much as the next guy, but making believe this is even somewhat of a close fight is asinine.
Incredible technology, unmatched intelligence, and thousands of years of experience gave him the win.
Ah, geez. I bet Rick was absolutely mortified to lose.
The winner
Oh god, just twist the knife in my back a little more, why don't you?
is the Doctor.
Damn, well,
Hi, I'm Ben.
that was a great video. It was a great video. They did a great job. They did their duty. Leave a like, because 10,000 likes, and I will be doing that. Definitely stick around and stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.